live right now?
Yeah, it looks like we are.
Looks like we are.
What up?
Oh, man. Cool, yeah. And then just throw on that OBS screen. Damn. Silk Talk Podcast.
What episode is this?
Episode motherfucking 6.
Wow.
Damn. Yo, shout out to that. Silk Talk Podcast episode 6, man. We're on our 6th installment. As always, appreciate everyone.
That's crazy.
Who's taking the time. That is crazy.
We got in early. That's super
I'm
crazy.
saying it's the most beautiful part to get in, like when it's so early, you know,
Facts.
in the game.
It's like when fucking that fool No Jumper was interviewing XXX way back in the day type shit.
And
Not saying we're that, but I'm just saying we in early.
This is one of those episodes like people gonna look back on. Like,
type
I
shit.
remember when they was doing shit like this.
Remember when they did a Bay episode? That was random as fuck.
Love that.
Yo, appreciate everyone tuning in. Also, quick note, we are on all streaming platforms now.
Hey,
motherfucking iHeartRadio, motherfucking Spotify.
We're no longer only on YouTube.
Motherfucking everywhere. So to those who are
Took us long
listening
enough.
to the sound of my voice, you are appreciated. This is gonna be a really dope episode. I have some of my closest homies here with me. If y'all want to introduce yourselves.
What's good? I'm Drew. I'm the homie. I'm from the Bay Area. So they brought me on today to speak about where we're from, Northern California. So yeah, that's why I'm here.
Liddy.
Yeah.
I'm Rachel. I'm an Aquarius. I'm from Oakland,
B2.
California. Aquarius
Aquarius
gang.
gang.
Hey, you guys are both Aquarius is lit.
That's what's up.
Yeah, we're here to talk about it today.
I feel like you guys like are beautiful introducing yourselves, but come on, you guys are beautiful. Drew owns
What?
clothing.
Oh yeah, I sell
place.
clothes.
That
I own
is-
clothing stores out here in LA and in the Bay. So if you like clothes, come fuck with me. But yeah, tap in Maroon Studios on Instagram. There you go.
There you go. Yeah, Rachel,
Am I plugging
beautiful
myself too?
artist.
Oh yeah, I'm a painter,
Creative.
live painting, custom stuff. I do shoes.
Shoes.
And stuff.
What?
The Point, THEEPO.NT. Check it out.
Love
Don't
that.
miss it.
Love that.
You guys are beautiful.
Chris, could you maximize the OBS, please? Thank you. Damn. What about you, sweet thing? Who you is? What you do?
My name is Divinity, healingwithdivinity.com. I do a lot of things. Wow. Right now, I'm an aspiring herbalist, sound healer, yogi, just became a yoga teacher,
Ooh,
Congratulations.
damn.
healer, in the Matrix, I'm a nurse.
Oh damn, that was deep. That flew over a lot of people's heads.
It did. But, you know,
Should've
whoever got it, got it. But overall healer, path life number 7.
Famous
things.
TikToker in the making.
Someone recognized me from TikTok. My first time.
Your first interaction, how did that feel?
It was cool. I don't
You want to break it down? Break it down. What happened? Let all the viewers know.
I was at Cheesecake Factory after a long, hard day of waiting in lines for a long time. And every line was like an hour wait. And I was just frustrated. And then we just like walk in and someone's like, hey, I think I seen you on TikTok. But like I feel like everywhere I go, someone recognizes me for like, not just who I am, but like I think I have a familiar energy and face. Like I feel like people like
you remind people of people?
all the time. So like I just thought it was that. And I was like, oh, maybe like I've been more consistent on TikTok. And then I saw her again the next day and like an hour away. We were in Anaheim and then we went all the way back to like, where were we? Downtown California?
Yeah, we was in
downtown LA.
Yeah.
And the same girl went up to me again and then told me the exact TikTok she recognized me from. So it was actually kind of cool. I fucked with that.
You're LA famous now.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
You in it.
That's lit. That's
I
lit.
never
You in
had
the
that
game.
happen to me.
That's dope.
Numbers on the
That means
board.
I should be
Numbers
more
on the
consistent.
board.
I should be more consistent on TikTok.
One of one.
Nah, shout out TikTok. And as y'all may or may not know, I am Under the Deity, a Silk Talk podcast host, recording artist of 5 years. I originally come from the 508. Shout out to 508.
CEO
And,
of
CEO
record
of
label.
BKOSEASON, independent record label, the best label in the motherfucking world. And yeah, I'm a rock star. You feel me? Check out my music. Check out everything is in the link of this video.
Lit.
But yeah. So enough promo. So this episode is gonna be about cultural differences and similarities between the Bay, LA, and New York City, as well as
East
508
Coast.
East Coast.
Feel that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting.
Is it? Nah, it's gonna be
I
interesting.
think about this a lot, you know. So
What is the first thing
Yeah.
that comes to your mind when you think of a difference?
Dancing.
dancing, yeah, that's
Okay,
a good one.
let's talk about it. How
weed,
Oh yeah. Huh?
weed culture. Yeah, but go
and
ahead.
quality.
Start with dancing. Start with because that's true.
In a
That's
lot
a
of ways,
fact.
I feel like it's similar, like New York and the Bay, because you guys have a lot of pride of where you're from.
Facts.
Like New Yorkers
Like,
are very
it-
proud of where they're from.
It's like in like a bar or a club in LA. If you put on some Mac Dre, all the Bay people will go crazy. If you put on like Pop Smoke, all the New York people will go crazy, like for their shit. You know what I mean? They ride for their shit.
They do.
You can see that. Yeah.
They ride hard.
Yeah.
No, that's a fact. And then how about dance?
I don't know. I just feel like a lot of like spaces I've been in here, like it's not as normal to just like be free and dance. Like it's a lot
Gigging.
of just people watching, just standing around and
Okay.
taking up space. Like I just found very few spaces where it feel like free movement.
Mm.
In the Bay, you can have free movement.
The Bay's like a no judgment zone for some reason on the
Yeah.
dance floor. Like even like gangster ass fools will be fucking gang wavy, like on some real shit. Like it's all good.
So no one's too cool to just be themselves.
I mean, some people still are, but it's normalized to just
Yeah, it's
just do your thing. Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like crazy dancing, like people don't like. no
Yeah,
rhythm.
definitely. Yeah.
No.
Feeling yourself, they
Like-
hyping you up. Like
Yeah.
and then we gigging with you. like, all
Exactly.
of that.
It's hard to explain in words for real. You just got to go to like a Bay Area like nightclub or party. That would be eye opening for a lot of people. They would see how we get down, basically.
Ecstatic dance probably started out there.
Maybe.
Yeah. Like free
Yeah, I
movement.
feel like my interactions with people from the Bay are like they're just magical in a way. It's interesting. I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's just magical. It's just like whoa, like I don't know. Me and Divinity say all the time that I'm high as shit already. You want to hit this?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, right back at
This
you.
is only herbs. If anybody wants
It's all
herbs.
good.
Nah, Drew smokes that real smoke. But now, like me and Divinity say all the time, like people from the Bay remind us of people from New York, and I feel like it has a lot to do with like you said earlier, like pride
Yeah.
and like appreciating where you're from.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like we come from a city where it's like everyone in our city just shit talks about our city. Like I remember being in high school and everyone was just like, I fucking hate Fall River, like like
What's out there really though?
there's nothing. Yeah, there's
Heroin.
nothing there. There's nothing
Heroin.
there. But
I'm starting
I mean,
to. I see that a lot in LA from like all kinds of different people from different places. They don't have like as much pride about where they're from, and I'm just like noticing that for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Are you
it's
proud of
interesting.
like where you're from?
Yeah.
You're proud. Oh, yeah, that's beautiful.
Place. Y'all have been there though.
Yeah.
Y'all been to like
It's
New York and
beautiful.
the Bay Area. Like, would y'all be proud to be from
Yeah,
there?
it's a beautiful
I
area.
feel it. I feel it.
Yeah, it's
It's
gorgeous.
still California, you know. It's nice. It's a nice place to live, just in general.
It's a lot of freedom.
Yeah.
I feel from it when I went.
Yeah.
I'm happy I went.
Yeah, I feel like that's dope about California. I feel like California is like has so many different like pockets to it,
Hella
and
big.
like even in just LA, like
Hella
you can
big.
go to a certain part of LA, and it's like people dress different. all
Yeah,
that stuff.
facts.
You go to a different part in LA, people talk different, walk different. It's like
Yeah, the culture's so different out here. There's no like similarities. Of
It's a-
like
LA is definitely more of a
Yeah.
melting pot even than the Bay.
everyone has
It's
cool
crazy.
pants in LA though. People have
Cool
cool
pants.
ass pants.
Yeah.
Pants?
Every
That's
person.
a fact.
It's kind of
That's a
it's facts,
fact.
right?
Yeah.
It's facts.
They hit.
Like people have people have cool ass pants out here.
yeah, they do.
Like no matter where
Yeah.
you're from, everyone got some cool ass pair of pants on. If you live out here,
I feel it.
pass it.
Nah, I did actually. When you said that, I didn't think you meant it literally.
No, literally.
I was like, yeah, everyone does think they got cool pants, and you're like, nah, cool ass pants. Like, them just look. I'm like,
Not like
oh.
literally.
Yeah, like literally the
Actual
pants you're
pants.
wearing.
Nah, that's a fact.
Mhm.
Motherfuckers in LA know how to dress.
That's true.
No,
I like the fashion out here. I feel like the fashion in LA, and compared to the fashion in New York, it's like
They're drippy out there though.
no, New York is drippy as fuck.
They're drippy. They're like industrial drippy. I don't want to say that, but
That's
But
fair.
I feel like
it's like because
Utilitarian.
it's like tall ass buildings and like it just
Have you been?
feel when it's
to New
there.
York.
Yeah.
Only one time.
Oh, you been?
Yeah.
Yeah. I never been.
adventuring.
You gotta go.
We gotta go.
We gotta make that trip.
Yeah.
No, we do gotta make that
You've
trip.
never been?
Nah, I never been. I want to go.
We have to see so we can
Yeah.
gauge the
Yeah.
pride.
The pride. Gauge the pride
See,
levels.
if I was from there, would I be proud?
Proud.
Yeah,
Everyone's very
exactly. I can't
similar
fully
looking, I
talk
feel
about
like.
New York. Yeah.
I'm crying. Nah, I feel like in New York, a lot of the swag, the sauce out there is like motherfuckers be wearing like puffer coats,
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
like
It
big ass
depends on where you're
Montclair.
from. We hang
big
out
ass
in the
Montclair.
what is it? Long Beach? No, I don't want to call it Long Beach. I'm gonna.
You talking about New York?
Yeah. What is
Yeah,
it called?
Long Beach.
It's called. No, it's not called Long Beach.
Oh, Long Beach. Wow, Long Island.
Yeah,
Long Island.
Yeah, we hang out.
We're from there, I swear. I swear, I'm being honest.
We only spent a couple.
We're from there.
We only
I
spent a
feel
couple
it.
years there.
So what was you gonna say?
I feel like the area we hung out with mostly like that's what mostly people dress like too. Everyone had like the same
A
body
lot of
build.
coats.
Yeah, everyone had the
Yeah.
same body
Yeah,
build.
a lot
like
of big
thick,
ass coats.
Right.
thick and like
Right.
it was just funny. It's like why does everyone look the
I
same?
think when I
over
think
here?
of the East Coast, I do think of like puffer coats.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, I
like
feel
big ass
it.
puffer coats, do-rags, Timberlands. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
think of Tim's too.
Timbs
Yeah.
for sure. You're
The
gonna
black
see Timbs.
Timbs.
Timbs are respected out there.
the black Tims.
Nah, but they be dripping hard in New York from what I've seen.
Yeah.
They drip
Yeah.
hard out
But
there.
one thing I
You
noticed
get
about
friends
New
style.
York is I feel like everyone's kind of on the same timing, at least like in the culture.
Mm.
Like if there's a slang word that's out, everybody's
Yeah.
saying it.
Mm.
You know, they all kind of talk
Yeah.
like a similar way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel me?
And they talk in a puzzle. Like they
They kind of do talk in code a little bit.
everything's in code. Cause like you hiding from the feds.
Yeah.
You scamming deep out there because you gotta like. There's cops out there
If,
walking around with like AKs like in Times
Big-ass
Square,
machine
like
guns
big
and
ass machine guns, and like you just have to always like make sure you're hiding from the feds in a good way. You think you're doing
I
some
feel
sweat
it.
shit or like some scam shit.
If Bay Area people are like related to New York people in some way, like we're the laid back cousins. Like
Literally.
You know what I mean? 'Cause
Literally.
we're not
Laid back.
they be like intense and shit for real, and I respect it. It's tight. It's a whole different way to move. But
Yeah, you gotta
people in
be
the
super
baby like
sneaky.
laid back for real, like
Mm-hmm.
but still doing shit for real. But
OD.
Right here with it.
Yeah.
OD.
like you know.
Dead eyes.
Yeah.
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 I feel like that's one thing like I've been noticing.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like for sure. It's the people on the west side and people on the east side, they both hustlers. It's just like different types of hustle.
Right.
Like you could hustle laid back out here, I feel like.
Mm.
Compared to like
Right.
hustling in New York, bro.
It's too sunny to
feel
look
it.
so stressed.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
you gotta
it's-
do it with a smile.
Right.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
sun goes down behind them buildings.
Yeah, yeah, it's a bit
Right.
chilly.
Nah,
for
Yeah.
sure.
It goes down extra quick over there.
What slang have y'all learned from coming to
OD.
the West Coast?
Oh, coming to the west.
yeah, yeah. What have y'all learned from out here?
For surely.
For
sure.
surely. Yeah.
I haven't said that yet. I
Wait,
still say OD. For
Damn,
sure.
that's some real. To me, that sounds like some bass shit for sure. For
Tiz,
surely.
for surely.
Yeah.
Tiz, she like Tiz.
Damn, I think you have to catch me in the action. I can't think of one right now.
Fool.
Fool's one, but I don't say it. Nothing that I say right now. I feel like I don't.
Fool. Yeah, I say fool a lot.
You
A
say
lot.
fool.
Yeah.
What's I want to know like the backstory. I'm not like who started that.
Origin.
Like fool. I don't know.
You know, they like kings had fools. And they would like do little dances for them.
Are there different ways like you could say fool? Like you know you say weird you get really offended out in the Bay and people call you a weirdo, right?
I feel like
Like,
LA gets
mm,
more offended.
LA
LA
for
gets more
sure.
offended?
Yeah,
You
LA.
call somebody a weirdo, it's over.
Yeah.
No,
Those
that
are fighting
ain't
words.
that ain't as bad in the
Yeah.
Bay. Not necessarily. Nah.
I got called weird too much to take
Yeah,
offense.
be fighting with shit. Be like, what's up?
Just like, yep. That's
If you call somebody a bitch in the Bay though, they might get bad for real. Like a dude, like, hey, what's up? Hey, you a bitch? Like they.
Did that,
they'll
is that
get
what
mad.
happened on the?
Whoa.
Remember you
Yeah.
seen the No Jumper podcast?
Nah. Why?
It was some like young ass kid who had like I guess two of his girls.
The fake pimp.
Yeah, the fake
And
pimp.
Almighty packed him out.
Yeah, is Almighty from the Bay?
Yo, Rich,
no,
you
I
know
was
all
not
that.
here.
You
Oh,
really
okay.
are all
I've been
Yeah.
watching
Yo, he
the
called that
shit.
boy. He called him a bitch.
A bitch, yeah. I
And
feel
he
it.
said, "Wait, what? Who?" He's like,
Yeah, I
"What?
feel
Do
it.
that.
Who you call a bitch?"
But we
I'm calling you
also
a
people
bitch.
do say bitch like
Yeah.
Too Short says it, like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you could say it.
Yeah.
But if you call someone
it's like the
that,
context though.
it's pretty bad. Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah,
bad.
nah, he was. Bro, he spit on that little boy face, bro.
I
He
feel
got
it.
up and spit on two, and then he started punching.
No, I never
That's
seen that
crazy.
shit. That's
It's
just
like
I
the
saw that.
ultimate disrespect, bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
Somebody
Kind of
spit on you.
is. Kind of is. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Have y'all learned any like New York slang? Y'all talked about that.
Yeah, OD. I
OD.
still say OD. Yeah.
D. I haven't soaked that in yet. I've been hearing it
It's
a
like
lot.
ingrained.
Yeah.
I gotta think about it because it's been so long. It's been so long. I gotta come back to that.
You be saying OD.
No, I be saying OD for sure. For sure.
You for
You
sure
say
be
for
saying
sure.
OD.
Yeah, see?
He says for sure a lot out here.
Nah,
I feel like
'cause
I
you
don't
know
have
what
it
it is?
adopted.
Honestly, I don't think a lot of people know this. Hella came from the Bay Area.
Hella.
Just
I be
people
put it
saying
on the
hella.
record.
Hella.
Let it be known.
I be saying hella.
Yeah,
Hella
I'm
is
saying.
hella is so big right now. Like I can't even believe it, bro. I grew up with that shit, bro. Come on, little kids in the Bay say hecka. Like when they're not old enough to say hella, they'll say
You have
hecka.
the rite of passage somewhere, middle school, high
exactly.
school. It's like,
That's the
switch
real
over.
shit.
Hecka.
Hey, we started
For real.
that shit, but I'm not even like trying to own it. I'm just saying like I hear it a lot and it's tight. Like I fuck with it. It's cool.
You know its origins.
Hecka.
Not
I'm about to
hecka.
start
I hear
saying
hella a lot. People haven't brought the
Hella,
hecka back.
I be doubling my. I be like hella.
Hella is mainstream now though, for real.
Nah, I'm weird though.
Yeah.
I feel like I be absorbing like the slangs of wherever I'm at. Like if I was in,
That's
I mean,
how
that
it's-
makes sense.
that's
'cause
how it is,
Everyone's
yeah.
talking
Be
that way
adaptable.
around here, I guess. So.
One of my homies moved to England when he was like in 6th grade, and I talked to him like when he was like a senior, and that fool was talking in like English and shit.
That would be me.
Like
That would be me.
Not like he was like 70%, like not 100% British, but he was like he put on a 70% accent, like for real.
Damn. Compared to
Sure.
like 0.
compared to 0 when he left.
Oh, that's
Yeah, he was
crazy.
just
So how
an
long
American.
was he out there for?
Shit, probably like 10 years, and then he
Hella
moved
long.
back. Yeah.
Okay.
But I haven't talked to him in a minute, so I don't know if he like went back to American or if he's
you don't know if he
holding
reverted.
on to the British.
He reverted back to default settings.
Yeah, but you can do that, I guess. Like, fuck it. You know what I mean?
So okay. So he moved to London.
Yeah.
How long did it take him to develop the accent?
I'm gonna go ahead and say like 4 years, something like
4
that.
years.
4 or
and
5
he
years.
was like, "Hello, mate."
Yeah. But as kids, he used to do like impressions of like Austin Powers and shit like that.
he had the accent
So he
down
already kind of had it. So he just started doing it.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, it
lit.
was interesting.
Nah, I'm not. I'm for surely that guy. I'm that guy. Do you feel like you have any accents? I feel like you still.
I still have like a. If
You
I'm
still sound
like
like you from the
upset,
508s.
like I have like that accent. Like,
Pop the cop.
I have that. I don't pronounce my open the window or window. I
You're
don't-
Massachusetts.
Some things I
homegirl.
like say. Open the door. Like that's how I say it.
Yeah.
Open the door. But
Yeah.
yeah, I haven't adopted it yet. I don't know. Maybe I'm in my own world.
Park the car.
Park the car.
Let me hear you
It's
say.
very
it.
East
Park
Coast.
the car. I don't know.
Park the car.
I got an English accent that comes out when I'm like getting to know people and I like want to test like if
I
they
feel
can handle
that.
my weird. Yeah, I'll just like I'll have like 2 days where I'm just a different person. I'm like, can you fuck with me?
Yo,
Like,
I love that. Really.
On the third day, they're like, "Wait, what? You're not English?"
I mean, I don't do it off the bat. Like I'll definitely like see me and then like a couple of days in you're like, hello.
All right, so
How you
does
doing?
that way
I
to test
did
people
that.
if they really fuck with
Hey,
you? or not?
but actors really be doing that. Like, you could do that shit. Like,
Nah, for real.
you know what I mean? Like, fuck
I wish
it.
I knew some actors' names. I know actors that be doing that.
Yeah.
Like you see him in the movie, and then like outside the movie, they do you have a London accent?
Huh.
Robert Patterson.
Berber from
That's
All
probably who it
American.
is.
I'm watching that right now.
Okay.
It's probably I would know the face, but I think that sounds like it would.
Huh.
Yes.
Nah. So one day in high school, we had a substitute for my history class, and I OD talked in the Jamaican accent the whole class.
He thinks exactly what you mean.
Motherfucker thought I was Jamaican, bro. And then when the class was over, I was like, "All right, thank you. Have a good one." I talked regular. He was like, "What the fuck?"
That's mad funny.
There have been so many things in media recently talking about like the new Street Fighter, how there's a Jamaican character. And
We played
We played that shit yesterday.
the character
And I played
DJ,
the character.
his voice. Mm-mm.
I couldn't hear his voice. They had the volume
so
up.
That's
Yeah.
really good.
I
That
heard
Street Fighter.
I
That
heard
shit
a
was fun.
podcast
That
talk
shit was
about
fun.
they need Jamaican writers and like true like authentic. Like,
Well, what
Yeah.
about the
voice
writer's
Yeah, 'cause they
strike
be
that's been
fucking it up.
happening on? They're not paying
They-
the writers.
I think Street
Ooh.
Fighter, I think they make that in Japan. That might be
Oh, they
why
make it in
too. They
Japan.
don't
That was
they don't really
fire.
know
The
what's
graphics were
correct
so
over there. You
good.
know what I mean? Politically
A little
correct.
ASMR.
It's like number 6.
I feel it. They should know.
After Street Fighter 2.
No, I
Ultimate.
feel it. No, yeah, I feel it. They should know by now.
But yeah,
Yeah, I
like
feel
it's
it.
like that, and then the crab from Little Mermaid. I ain't seen it.
I heard
but
about that,
Yeah, I
yeah.
heard it was really bad.
Well, what-
He's from Oakland. The
For
guy
real?
who was in Blind Spotting. The
Oh,
guy who,
yeah, yeah,
he voiced
yeah.
Because the
crab.
crab's Jamaican,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, and
Well,
he went
supposed
out
to
to
be.
say he's like, "Oh, the crab isn't supposed to be from nowhere.
That's not a long thing.
We know the crab. We know where the crab is
Yeah.
from."
Yeah, they're just paying homage to the '90s cartoon, but they should. I mean, I don't know. They got to be ready for the backlash. Like you can't just drop shit
homage,
now.
pay it all, follow through.
Right,
Like, don't half-ass pay homage.
Right.
Facts.
Okay, so
it's a weird topic.
In terms
for
of
real.
paying, so that's kind of
At least get a real Jamaican actor to play that shit type shit. Like, that's pretty much it. You know what I mean?
That's
I gotta
basic
listen to it next
necessity,
time
bro.
I have the
If you got Jamaican character,
But
get
at
a
the same
Jamaican
time, it's like
voiceover.
we were just talking about, like they be having like people from England play American characters, so it's kind of like
At
I
least
don't
be
know.
good at the accent.
Yeah, but
At
they
least-
good at it.
At least,
Yeah, you definitely got to be really good, like not just good at it, like understand the accent type shit, like understand the culture. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, you know.
It is what it is.
Yo, these are hitting.
Yeah, I was just
Disney's
gonna
gonna
say, what you hitting?
Disney.
I mean, what you hitting? What you eating?
Sour cream and onion corn puffs from Trader Joe's.
We're not sponsored by Trader Joe's, but maybe we could in the future.
Sponsor us, Trader
You can
Joe's.
send them a little email.
I got little munchies. Anybody want some?
I'm good.
Mm.
You guys want some?
Trader Joe's
I'll
might
take
be.
some Henny.
Hey, Trader Joe's might be from the Bay. There's like a million things. Hey, in the future when you got like the fucking Joe Rogan dude who just be like looking shit up for you like on the fly, like we're gonna ask
Chris,
him.
Where's
Tell me where Trader Joe's is from.
Actually, could you actually look that up, Chris?
Be like Soulja Boy, like
Could
you
you
don't claim
tell us?
every.
No facts.
Could you tell us where
That's a
Trader
fact.
Joe's is originated from, Chris? Thank you.
She said. She said the Bay is low key like Soulja Boy because we try to claim we started everything, which is really true.
No, but
we really
Soulja Boy
do
be
that.
having receipts though.
And so does the.
We got
Bay.
receipts.
Okay, so
We got
good.
receipts.
You good.
Nice.
You good. She said, and so does
Passes around this way.
pass the hand.
Yeah.
From where?
My fault.
It's from
Pasadena.
out here.
No, okay.
That's
But we fucked with it early in the Bay for sure.
it was there first though.
Yeah.
You heard it here first on Soak Talk Podcast. Trader Joe's originated in Pasadena.
hmm
Oh wow.
I know somebody
What
didn't know
was
that out
your
there.
Trader Joe's in the Bay? Which one would you go to?
Probably Fremont.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
How far does the Bay go? Like when people say they're from
How
the
big?
Bay, like
All of
where
the Bay
where
can
is
fit
it?
in-
You know what's special about the Bay? It's not that big, but one highway you can get from like San Francisco all the way to San Jose. Like it's like a straight shot. You can go up and down that fucking highway and just hit every city if you want. Like it's not
What
hella
is the highway?
complicated like LA. 880 pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then they have the 580.
Yeah. And there is a few other freeways as well, but like the Bay's like just set up like a straight shot. Even on the train, you can go up and down that thing, hit every single city on the way. So
Wow.
it's really
So
accessible.
Is
like,
it like if someone was describing like what is the Bay? Like is it San
Everything that touch
Francisco or
everything that touches the water, the Bay Area.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Pretty
lit.
much. Yeah.
everything that's just the water?
Yeah.
I don't know if San
I didn't
Jose
know that.
touches it, but they count too.
I think they
Yeah.
touch it.
They do?
Touch it.
Yeah.
There's like a little bridge over there.
A little bit, yeah, somewhere. But they're definitely the Bay, like 100%.
Oh yeah.
And then you got surrounding cities that definitely try to lump themselves in sometimes. I'm not going to comment on them, but they definitely are Bay
You know who you
Area
are.
like Stockton, Modesto, like they're basically Bay Area folks, but they just on some other shit.
We listen
Yeah.
to the same
Yeah.
music. It's okay.
Mhm.
We hear you.
Okay, so
Yeah.
speaking of music,
Sacramento's even like a cousin. It's worth mentioning for
We're
sure.
friendly.
Yeah, we're friendly.
speaking of music, who are some of your favorite music artists from the Bay? And who are
Alright.
some of the most known?
There's a lot.
Most known or
First comes to
favorite?
mind.
Which one?
Let's do favorite first.
There's a lot, bro, for real. Yeah.
Favorite?
What's your favorite mainstream artist that people might not know
Okay.
are from the Bay?
Lil Kayla. What's up?
Oh, she has the song 1111, right?
Yeah.
That's a
There
good
you go.
What
song.
I am hearing. That was Cat. Made a call to the streets. Bitch, I'm back.
And he-
Fuck it, Lil B, just because he didn't know Lil B was from the Bay, so he just
Yo,
learned that.
Lil
the
B.
other day.
Lil
Not
B.
trying to call him out. I'm
I'm
just saying people
manifesting.
might not know, but yeah.
I'm manifesting you seeing this, Lil B. I did not know you was from the Bay. My apologies. I know now because of my good man Drew, who's from the Bay.
You know what Bay Cat had to say something too. It's like, oh, you didn't know he was from the
I
Bay?
didn't
Like,
Lil Bay's guy.
yeah, we love telling people somebody's from the Bay.
Yeah.
Yo, Lil B just dropped a music video.
Not sponsored by Little B, but hey, if
We're
you
not
wanna work
sponsored by
with
Lil
us,
B, the bass guy.
You want to do a podcast
What was
episode?
that
The
video? It's a new video. It was I don't want to fuck it up, but it was fire. It was super duper fire. Shout out Lil B, the bass guy. We
Yeah.
told you who Lil B was like what, a day ago?
I think so, yeah.
A day ago. We
Mhm.
broke it down.
Who are like
was good
some of
music.
your favorite like Bay Area artists, like period, like even if they're not well known?
I mean, Hustler. You know Hustler?
I think I have like one or two.
I mean, a lot
songs.
of Bay shit is super gangster, so it's not even like.
Like Blaster.
Yeah, I mean, there's too many gangster rap artists to name because, like, basically modern day Bay Area music's like super real. Like, people that are going through shit are rapping about it, and like, that's the music. Like, it's just real shit. Fools saying real shit. Like, it ain't even about like the catchy hook or the melody or the song composing. It's like how real. Like, what type of stories do you have to tell? Like, what type of motivation can you give somebody that's going through what you're going through? It's like even cats from the suburbs in the Bay will listen to some like gangster ass shit for real. Like the Bay is a very like gangster rap music orientated like place, but we have like a background with funk music back in the 70s and 80s. So
That's
there's
why
like
it's a little goofy, huh?
yeah, there's a lot.
In a good
Yeah,
way.
exactly. We're not afraid to like let people shine, but people definitely gotta like be their individual self and stand out. And we got a lot of those artists too. You just gotta look for them. Like they might be independent as fuck, but they're fire. Like Hook, if y'all know about Hook.
Yeah.
Hooks from the Bay.
There you go. You feel
God
me?
damn!
There
Yo,
you go.
I'm also
nobody-
manifesting booking Hook for a show. BKO
Do that
Fest coming
shit.
soon. Hook,
BKO Fest.
we're coming for you, Hook. Lit. Damn.
Yeah,
Okay.
but that's what I mean. There's a lot of individual artists and there's a lot of gangster rap artists, but it's real ass music. Like people only say real shit. Like there's not a lot of cap in the Bay. There is people that do it, but you get called out. Like it's not a friendly place for people that are trying to like
Fake it.
Yeah, you can
Like,
smell the
yeah.
fakes.
Yeah.
But you can make
It's very New
money
York,
as
too.
a Bay artist, like with Bay Area shows, selling music to and just streams from the Bay. Like people really slap like their own shit out there. So it's like a self-contained market that not a lot of outsiders know about, but it's definitely like a strong market for the artists inside. But it might be difficult too for artists trying to break out as well. You know what I mean? To keep that sound, but still like transcend like. Because outsiders really don't understand our shit. They really don't. Like, I try to show it to people sometimes, and especially older shit, like, they don't fuck with it. Like, it's not that, they just don't get it.
It just
like,
doesn't translate
exactly,
well to
yeah.
them.
It just,
Yeah.
But it translates very
resonate.
well if you're from there. Like, people
Yeah.
heavily fuck with it.
That's
you know
how
what I
I
mean?
realized he was from the Bay. It was like one day I was doing my makeup in Tori's closet, and
Shout
I
out
think
Tori.
he was playing Keek to Sneak.
That'll do it.
Yeah, so we're hyping. I came out like, where are you from?
Yeah, I didn't know either. I didn't know you're from the Bay either, so yeah.
That's not funny.
Music is what brings us
Yeah,
together
exactly.
a lot of the time.
One art hearing one song, someone playing it. That happens to me at markets when I sell clothes. I'll be slapping some Bay shit, and then any Bay cat walking by, they can't just not walk. They have to be like, "Yo, you from the Bay, bro?" Like I hear you slapping Mac Dre. Like it happens every time, like
That's fire.
clockwork every time. So yeah, there's a lot of pride, but it's also like a self-contained bubble. So there's that. You know what I mean?
That's cool as fuck.
Yeah.
That's
Do
cool.
you
as
feel
I
like-
recommend going there, spending more time. Like people will fuck with it.
It's beautiful out
Yeah.
there. Rachel took me to Anu. Thank you, Rachel. It was beautiful. I had a great time.
Yeah.
Do you feel like being outside of LA and coming from like the Bay or like another bigger city, you can like smell when people are being like fake nice? I feel like people are fake
Oh
nice
yeah,
out
that's
here.
easy. Nobody's
not, you're
nobody's fake nice in the Bay. Motherfuckers will be like they'll
that's
just
like New
like
York.
they'll be friendly like on some respect shit, but they won't be like fake nice and like you know what I'm saying. Like they
Yeah.
might,
That shit's
but
freaky out here.
you'll
It's
get a bad
very common.
reputation. The people will call you a cat. They'll call you like
Yeah.
all kind of shit if you really act like that. But yeah,
Wow.
you don't see that a lot. But I mean, I'm speaking from a male perspective. I don't know how it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like the culture out there is definitely like just kind of, there's like this overall sense of community. So I feel like it's more of a one for all type of thing. Like out here, you'll
100%.
get like hella more like gang culture or
Yeah.
just like communities that are like niche and like segregated. And out there, it's like there's overarching sense of community. So it's like we all know it's love at the root of it,
Wow.
but
Facts.
it's one for all. Like
Facts.
you gonna do what you gonna do, whether you sneaky, a cat, whatever. Like,
Right.
But you know, if you got integrity, you're gonna find the right people, and a lot
That's
of
a
that takes
fact.
getting out of the Bay.
That's
Really?
crazy because I said a lot of the same shit in separate conversations to people. Like that's true. It's very one for all.
Like describe
yeah.
that more. Like you're out
Individuals out for yourself.
type of
You got to
shit.
know how to take care of yourself,
Okay,
make money
be
by yourself,
independent.
network with people, talk, and like. But it's not in a fake nice type of way. It's like you gotta like have something of value. You know what I mean? You gotta have some fire tree, some fire music, some fire. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have some.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone's a leader in their own way. That's what I admire about everyone I've
That's
met
a fact.
there.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really cool.
People might not pull up to your music show if you're an artist just because they're also a music artist. So they'd be like, you know what? I'm just gonna post at the house type shit. But it's competitive. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very competitive.
Wow, that's so interesting. I love hearing that perspective.
This is from like a local's perspective. Like to other people, the Bay is like the tech industry and all that shit. But you're not gonna catch that from probably either of us. Like we don't care about.
Yeah, you guys are like local from
Yeah, it's like Silicon Valley.
Right, Silicon Valley.
They don't touch water.
Exactly.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So that's not considered the Bay.
It's more inland. Yeah.
Okay, but like from the core of it, it's like closer to the area of water.
Yeah.
That's the Bay.
But San Francisco is like pretty much fully gentrified as well. So
yeah,
that
I've
city,
seen the gentrification.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So.
But it's still very artistic. It's
For
gentrified, but
now.
it's artistic. You think they'll take the art away?
It comes from the roots. Like
the culture and the people that move there are gone. So I don't know if it's ever coming back, to be honest. Unfortunately.
Wow.
You can just smell it in the air.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
smells like Tech White.
Yeah.
New monitor. New monitor.
The real
That's
story of the Bay is like one thing that got changed to another thing, like in like 5 to 10 years, because it's not what it used to be culturally. Like the people that live there, like it's becoming something different because of the tech industry. Like that's a fact.
Damn, bro.
Whole new squad of people. Like the original culture is like disappearing quickly, very, very quickly.
Is there like specific places that like groups of people are going to?
The whole thing, pretty much, right?
I can talk about like the gentrification of Oakland. Like,
Yeah.
it kind of because
It's a good example.
so there's San Francisco, and where the bridge connects is like West Oakland, and then you go through North Oakland, and then you get to like East Oakland. So there's only those three parts. There's no South Oakland. That doesn't exist. If you
Right.
think you're from there, you're not. Like I've heard people say it. It's crazy. Like we're not the case.
Okay, there's only those parts. South
but
don't
yeah,
matter.
So like if you think about like gentrification like happening in San Francisco, like all the big businesses and stuff, then they're like, oh, I need to live somewhere cheaper. I'm gonna go to West Oakland across the bridge, and then gentrification starts there, and then just spreads. Like it's in East Oakland. It's made its way across.
Right.
Like it's eating up like Hayward. Going
You don't
on.
understand how
Like,
crazy that is to like gentrify a place like Oakland. They've had communities that have been there for like 100 years. They got people that go deep and like, yeah, it's also like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the type of place you would think would get gentrified and turn into like a bougie spot, but it has become like
Because like
a
before-
destination, like for people. You know what I'm saying? But like when I grew up, it was the murder capital. So it's
Really?
like it was not a
Wow.
destination. Yeah, it was like its own. It was its own bubble within the Bay, which is already a bubble. It's like people from where I'm from. It's like you didn't just go to Oakland, like unless you really had to. You feel me? Because like.
Damn.
Yeah, hell yeah. That shit was the murder capital. It's like,
Yeah.
unless you from there, you probably shouldn't be there. And now it's like, people are trying to move there. It's
They
like,
wanna
so
be
wow. They want to be there, which is like,
Motherfuckers want 'em?
it's very
How
How did
intense.
it
for
change?
one
So
bedroom.
like I feel like if people were to go
Facebook, Google,
Oh, like that? Like,
Apple,
it
like,
just-
the things that changed our whole world are from there. They're based
the-
there
it's
now.
It's like the
These are those
future.
companies.
Yeah.
The future. It's like its own. You
It's
seen
the-
like Cloudy
yeah,
with a Chance of
exactly.
Meatballs?
I haven't watched that. No, I
Okay,
haven't.
well,
I
like,
will watch
it's a
it
whole
though.
like tech story, and
Okay.
it gives like futuristic bubble kind of in its own world. My dad would always say that the Bay is just like LA, but with books, like people
Aw.
just like thinking a little more.
I
ahead.
noticed that it's like deeper.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
about like
by the art,
innovation,
I've seen it.
technology. You know, there is creativity, just like LA has creativity with a different application of it, like technology. You know,
advancement.
people think how to like change the world out there, and people are trying to get rich too, trying to make the next app or whatever. You know, so
Wow. I'm just
Yeah.
like, what blows my mind is like, how can something be like the capital of murder to like white rich? Like, do
Money.
the white people just
Money,
move in
bro.
and just like,
well, it is still
Money.
California. It's just, you know, the Bay used to be more of like a if you know type of place. Now it's like,
Everybody know.
yeah, everybody knows about it. So
Like
Media,
Tommy
we
moved
glorified
there.
a lot of those
Right.
things we think are so violent and so negative. Like we glorified
Right.
a lot of those, so people found money in it, and then they're like, oh,
right.
cool.
It gets
Come-
really deep, like
Yeah.
the politics too. Like, you know, it could get really deep when you talk about the Bay. Like in the last 10 years, it's really changed a lot. Like, and it's sad too. You got entire communities that used to exist. Like 80% of them, of the people that live there, the families that live there, are gone now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it changes the entire face of a place.
where it
Like,
was like the
you know what I
culture.
mean? Not a lot of places experience what we've experienced with our hometown area. It's very, very accelerated change, like
Going
10
back-
years. Yeah.
Wow.
Going back
Yeah.
every time something's gone,
Yeah.
something's new, and it's
Right.
like different people in your spot.
Right,
right.
Yeah, like I used to sit
Right,
here every day.
right.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, yo,
Can I
get up.
pass my
Right.
seat?
right,
Why you
exactly
see my
that.
This is my seat.
Exactly.
Right, right.
Damn. So
I can only
hearing what
imagine that.
they said, how does that make you reflect on when we back? Wow, that was complete gibberish.
No, I heard
How do you feel about, based off what they said,
Mm.
when we went back home?
I feel like nothing changed.
Right.
It was
It's
the
exactly
same
the
bullshit.
Right.
The
right.
people haven't changed. The place.
Shit, I
haven't
wish it was
changed.
like that back home.
It's
You know what I
the
mean?
same. People are doing
Right.
the
But
exact
I feel
same
like the
thing.
difference between what, like how your
Right.
situation was, is that like, you know, you had a lot more culture and like
Mm.
Right.
different things that kind of made you you. Where I feel like
Mhm.
our city kind of didn't really have like anything. I feel like our city was just like a shade of gray,
Mhm.
Yeah.
you know.
We're from the 508.
But there's
so
there's
it's
still
like, wow.
but there's so much
Is it like
potential.
post-industrial that there used to be factories
Yes.
Yeah.
back in the
Yeah.
day?
It gives that
There's a lot
vibe
of cities
heavy.
like that.
Like
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
big mill
Right.
houses closed down
Mhm.
like that. It
Like
gives that
Michigan
vibe.
type, where it's
I never
like
been to
Right.
Michigan.
I mean that is what the Bay was like before the tech industry. Like
Oh, wow.
it was like post-industrial type of shit.
Yeah,
like
it's industrial.
blue
gray.
collar working class. Oakland was a port city, so a lot of people worked
Oh.
on
like
the port.
fishing and stuff.
Right. Yeah. And there was farms. Where I'm from is the East Bay, and then that was all agriculture before the tech industry. It was just farms and like
Damn.
you know that's it.
So
But-
now it's
so-
like streets and like.
but yeah, just
buildings
like
and
you
shit.
talking Apple, Facebook, you name it,
Wow.
Uber, Lyft, they're all like
Oh
I
damn.
didn't
like
know that.
every single big tech company at one point at least was in the Bay. Like it changed everything. Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
Damn, that's some shit.
Right.
Dre. Wow.
words, names.
We just like
I know. I'm
No, I
like,
feel
always
it.
pronouncing.
I know. I'm like pronouncing Mr. You're giving
No,
us
you
like
go-
gamer, and I had no idea.
Yeah.
That shit was
No, I mean
happening.
it's something we
For
talk
real.
about a lot because like anyone from there talks about it because
Yeah.
I've
Wow.
had
Yeah.
like field trips to like Facebook.
Yeah,
and
I feel
Google,
it.
like,
For real?
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, they're really cool spaces, but it's also that's exactly what has directly
Facts.
affected our communities.
in LA, it's like,
Yeah.
yo, I got signed to Warner. I got signed to whatever. In the Bay, it's like, yo, I got a job at Facebook. Everyone's like, oh, shit, you made it, bruh. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's
I
the
know.
goal. That's goals for a lot of people.
Really?
Yeah,
Everybody
hell
wants to
yeah.
yeah.
Describe it.
for real.
Or Tesla, yeah,
Everybody
Tesla,
has
yeah,
Tesla.
exactly.
Wow.
But you gotta have a solid degree or know somebody to get into a lot of those companies. Tesla is something that hopefully you could get in on the ground floor type shit because it's manufacturing. But
Yeah.
either way, like yeah,
So where did most of the community go? Like where'd everyone move to?
Sacramento.
Sacramento.
Some people moved to LA, the Valley,
Just out the way.
hotter places that you still might work in the Bay, but you gotta drive an hour or two. You know, so
Wow.
right,
So
People
everyone
do
can
Right.
spread out.
That's wild.
Outskirts,
right.
Modesto.
Mm.
Every single house, like even a dump anywhere, just because of the location, it's $1 million like baseline. I'm talking like a dump. You know what I mean? Like
Really?
yeah,
Because of the area?
like the hood, like a straight dump, $1 million
Like
bucks.
$3,000 for a one bedroom.
Yeah,
I don't.
like I'm talking like
This is so
no
serious.
paint, shit's like looks like a trap house, a crack house. Like it looks not worth $1 million. It's $1 million plus. You know what I
That's
mean?
crazy.
That's why
Okay,
people
for
moved
it.
out, huh?
Right,
Just 'cause what is near.
Yeah, and then a lot of people that lived in these areas sold the houses. So that's another reason. It's like, you know, somebody that might have been living in like a poverty type situation that's now offered $1 million cash to leave their house. They're gonna
Oh,
take
yeah,
it.
they gonna do
So
it.
that's another reason it happens so fast. It's like it's
Yeah,
happening
all
quickly.
out, all
Yeah,
that.
people are taking that money and going to different places. Yeah, so
I
it's
guess
weird.
they weren't afraid to like go in
Right.
those hoods, take that
Right.
community. That's crazy.
But yeah, being from there is crazy. Ripping your whole culture, like you can't go back home, quote unquote, to like the things you remember, because like the things you remember aren't even there
They're not
anymore.
there.
It's
I can't even
crazy.
imagine that, guys.
Yeah,
Wow.
right.
It's like heartbreaking.
But you guys have
Yeah.
it through each other, through people.
Yeah.
True,
being
true,
from the
true,
Bay.
People in
true,
different
true.
areas. I
Yeah,
love
And
yeah.
spreading
It's
the
a
knowledge
fact.
and
That's
spreading
really
the
cool about
culture.
that community. That's
One
really cool
one
being
time
from
in
the area.
2012, I lost. It was like second time I ever been to LA. I lost my phone in the bush after I called an Uber. I went back. some fool was there. Basically, I'm not gonna say he was a pimp, but he had like 3 girls with him. He was by himself, and
pimp energy.
the way, he had pimp energy type shit. If you're from the Bay, you know. If you know, you know. Anyway, long story short, one of his girls had my phone, and she was playing with it. And I was like, "Look, that's my phone." Like, and he was like, "Oh, bruh." He's like, "Where you from?" And I was like, "Man, I'm from the Bay Area, bruh." And he's like, "Oh, you from the Bay?" And he was like, "What part?" And I was just like, "Fremont, Union City." And he's like, "Oh, you seem like Fremont, Union City." He's like, I'm from East Oakland, bruh." And I was like, "All right, for sure, bruh. Like, respect, bruh. Like, hey, that's some real shit. Like, but." And he was like, "All right, bro, I'm gonna give it to you." But if I wasn't from the Bay, bro, like I'm telling you, yeah. But like that fool wouldn't fuck with me if I lost my phone in Oakland at BART and I ran up on him. He'd probably be like, "Man, get lost, bro." You know what I mean? But
would you have gone back for it? Would you have gone back for your phone? Like if they was holding
at BART, I don't even know. Like it depends which BART station. But long story short, it was in Hollywood, and just because we had that Bay connection, like there's a lot of like tension in the Bay, a lot of competition. I might not have got that back from him in the Bay, but in LA, there was like some type of camaraderie because he was like, "Man, this fool's from the Bay. At least he like, you know what I mean?" Because he's around all kind of people in Hollywood, so that was enough.
Because I never feel that home
should
again.
be stronger when you're outside of it sometimes, especially because our shit is like dying. You know what I mean? So
damn, so that's why people care about it so much because it's like
that's part of it.
It's not the same.
Yeah, that's part of it.
And also just like, you know, you just have that weird bond when like you meet someone who's like from where you're from.
Yeah,
that's
like
universal.
When we meet people who are like from Boston out here. We lose our minds. Like, "Oh shit, you're from Boston!" Like,
like since January.
Yeah,
exactly.
January's from our hometown 508. Shout out January.
Right.
And she moved out here, and then we linked up. I was like, "Oh shit."
That shit is different in LA.
It's different. I'm like, you from the 508. Like, you don't get that every day. What it's like, bro.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You understand where we came from. We came from nothing, bro. Ain't nothing.
Going back home can be a trip. Like I felt, because we do have that pride. When I did go home recently, like after moving to LA for 2 years, I went back. It was different. I was like, whoa, like this is crazy. You know what I mean? Like I just saw everything with rose-colored glasses. Like I was just driving on the 880. I was like, damn, this is where I did this. This is where this happened. This is where fucking whatever happened. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, there's a nostalgia you can't get anywhere else from back home. You know what I mean? But especially when you're living in LA, it's like you might forget about back home completely, but when you do go back, it's like, oh, okay. Yeah. Everyone's like me here. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It reminds you of like, at least for me, I was like, damn, like this is where like everything started, and it just makes you reflect so much of like how far you've come. At least me. You know
that's a fact.
I reflect over the whole journey. I'm like, damn, because it's like you're back where you started.
Right.
It's like you start at one point, you do this whole loop, and then you go back here and you reflect on everything that you learned along the way.
Right.
So like it was a dope like reflective moment for me at least.
Yeah.
How did you feel about when we went back home?
It took me a long time to miss it. Like I didn't miss my family. I didn't miss like, I'm so sorry, Mom. It just
On the
took
record.
me a long time to like really miss where I was from. Like I overstood my stay there, and like I feel like I'm missing it more. It's been 3 years, and like, well, I went back when it was 2 years, but it's been 3 years. I'm not gonna say anything because my mom's gonna watch this religiously, but
dude, you smart. You smart.
But I'm excited. Like whenever I decide to go back again, I will.
What does going back mean to y'all? Like being where you're from, like what type of food does it mean? What does it mean? Like,
oh,
you know what I mean?
So
lifestyle.
it means
Fish and chips, man.
Fish and chips.
Fish and
Oh
chips
shit, for real?
thing.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Yeah. We love fish and chips.
I feel like clam chowder is too.
Damn.
Yeah,
Clam chowder is very popular.
And
in the
Chinese
East Coast.
food.
The best Chinese food. The best Chinese food.
Hey, no. Hey, I'm actually no. I gave her a look, but to be real, I don't think she knows the East Coast Chinese food. I've been to Boston twice. It's fucking good.
I haven't had no East Coast Chinese food.
It's different. It's different as fuck.
Big ass shrimp, big ass like
yellow rice, nigga.
Hey, that shit hits.
Yellow
that
rice,
shit hits.
nigga. How you make rice yellow?
Does it hit?
It hits.
It hits, bro.
Hey, but it doesn't. It doesn't slap. It doesn't slap.
But does it schmack though?
It schmack.
It smacks.
So tell me, does
smoke a nice blunt
and slap? What's the difference?
I feel like it's a cultural agreement that food doesn't slap.
Food doesn't slap.
I hear a lot of people say it, and they're
food
like,
doesn't
this
slap.
slaps,
Why doesn't food slap?
don't.
That is something that got taken from the Bay in the wrong way. Slap is something that we do say a lot, but it only has to do with music, literally. Like, it's a big deal. It's like, yo, you find that new slap from what's his face yet? And it's like, nah, I didn't hear that shit. Slap. Music, like only.
Smack,
But
food, slap.
Smack or smacking. That shit smacking, bruh. Like,
Food.
for real.
Yeah.
Like,
And
When you eat, you
slap.
smack.
this shit smacking.
Okay.
That's what we say.
Smack.
But
Smack.
slap
But
is
not
a no
slap.
for food. That's like saying this
Food
music
cannot
has like loud sound waves coming out of it. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't.
Because slap is like slap.
Slap,
Yeah.
slap is
Yeah.
That's a good way to think about it. She said.
right.
slap,
But
slapping.
on the mainstream level, people have been saying that food slaps.
But when something's
Yeah,
good, you
I
clap
can't-
for it.
That's some decent logic.
I love how
That's
hard
some
you're trying to
that's some
understand this
decent
right
logic.
now.
Something's good,
That's
you
some
like.
decent
Do
logic.
you clap
I
when
like
you eat?
that.
Do you clap when you eat?
If it's good,
Do we really? Yeah.
Hey, for-
I point at
Hey,
my
but
shit
it's
like,
bad, like for
This
real.
right
Like
here.
if you go on like Bay Area Instagram, like funny pages, whatever, like people like it's like a movement. Like people don't fuck. Like everyone else saying food slaps, people are like, nah, you fucking it up. Like they need to stop doing that shit. Like
so what about bussin'? Is that like
busing is cool. Yeah,
Isn't that like an East Coast thing?
Is that a
Yeah.
Misos thing? Bussin'?
I've only heard it.
I don't think it's that's not a Bay thing. Yeah, busing.
Yeah, it probably
East
is.
Coast?
It probably is.
Yeah.
We'll claim that. Sure, why not?
Yeah,
We'll
okay.
claim that.
It's all right.
Right.
Bussin'. This shit.
Right.
So
Bussin'.
food doesn't slap.
Food does not slap.
But
Food
on the
smacks.
record, on the
On the
record,
record, food-
to everyone listening and watching,
Food doesn't slap.
food does
it
not
doesn't.
slap.
Don't
Food smacks.
I slap.
smack.
Right at the camera too.
Music
Smacks.
slaps.
Okay.
Music
Music slaps. Slapper. That's like a banger or
Oh
whatever.
wow. Okay.
A slapper. You know.
Slapper.
That's so
Right.
like
hard R.
Right.
He's just slapping
Right.
it.
Hard R. Yeah. That's hella funny.
What
Oh, shit.
I feel like what other good what's some good food out there when you're going back home?
Quick Bite.
It changes though, right? But you still
It
have that food
changes.
still?
Yeah, it's still there.
There's a few
Yeah, it's
spots.
What
still
is
there.
it? What's
There's a
this?
few spots.
What's
I go to
the
Quick
good-
Bite.
Quick
I
Bite.
get me some fried fish and some wings and some fries. The prices have gone up a little bit since I've been there. And then the alley. I've always messed with the alley. That bar on Grand. Do you know it?
You probably know the food in Oakland way
Yeah,
better than
okay.
me. Yeah, for real.
Yeah, they always have. They have the best.
I just know about
fried
the taco
chicken.
trucks. That's
Yeah.
about it.
In
That's-
Blind Spotting, you know, when the
Yeah.
guy was burning,
Right.
that bar.
Oh, okay.
I grew up going
The food's
there.
good there, huh?
Yeah, the
I
food's
didn't know
fucking
that.
Did you take
I
us
grew up-
there?
Huh?
Yeah.
Did you take us there?
I don't think we went there. We wanted to. Remember, it was hella full on New Year's. It was
Okay,
we
yeah.
walked through.
We walked
With the
through
place
it.
with all
I
the,
remember
with all
that.
the cards.
Yeah.
I grew up going there. Like my
Right.
friend's dad like lived upstairs, and so I would be like little walking home from school, and I would go sit at the bar after, get me a Shirley Temple, talk to the bartender. I'd be like 12, kicking it. And best food, like if you want some like American ass food at a bar with vibes, they got a piano there, live music, like good vibes.
That's a
Good vibes
fact.
at the alley. What about you? What food spots?
Let's see here. There's a lot of mom and pop. It's a melting pot of culture. So you got every kind of Asian food. You got Indian food. You got Caribbean food. You have some East African food. Let's
East
see.
African food?
And like I said, every type of Asian food. You could
Vietnamese.
imagine
They got
Thai,
good food out there?
Vietnamese, Burmese. Like Burmese is like to popping levels in the Bay. It's like bougie.
Burmese?
They got 5-star. Like they're advanced with their food shit out there
I
for
don't think
real.
I've had any Burmese food. What is
It's like it's similar. It's close to Thailand and
Like curries
Vietnam,
and shit?
but it's closer to India, so it's a lot more like Indian style curries and shit. Like I don't know how to explain it. It's more savory. It's less spicy. It's more like I don't even know.
There's this one Liberian food truck.
There you go. So you
that
got everything.
be at the lake, Kandeja.
hmm
Love y'all. I love y'all. Yes.
Oakland has a dope food. There's a lot of vegan, vegetarian food. That
Yeah.
shit goes deep in the Bay.
deep.
Yeah,
It's good too?
It does. Yeah, it does. It is good. Yeah.
I'm thinking about that food spot Rachel brought us to.
The one with the temple?
the temple.
Oh,
That was
the
Right.
fire.
I heard that there's one out here we have to find in Hollywood. Yeah, we have to find it.
We must find it.
Is it a
Yeah.
Sikh
Must
temple
find
or
it.
what?
No, it's a Thai temple.
Thai temple. They got food too, yeah.
Have you been to the one in Berkeley?
I haven't
like-
eaten there.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Yeah.
There's one that happens like every Sunday. I'm not even actually. No,
Yeah.
y'all don't deserve it. But it's good. Yeah, I'm gatekeeping because it's already.
Nah, but we have like every culture you could name in the Bay, like for real, and they got
It's
a
super
restaurant.
melting pot.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much shit. Like nobody's tried it all. Like There's so many different little mom and pop restaurants. You know what I mean? I used to go to a Chinese spot though in Chinatown in the city. It was called Sam Woe's, and you could ask to go to the 3rd floor. You go up to the 3rd floor, and then the owner's son comes down, starts smoking up blunts with you, and then you just bring your own beer. So we used to bring our own bottles, get turned up all the way until like 12 in the morning. Yeah, it was a low key spot, but our homie's older brother taught us about it, and like that fool's dad told him about it. So it's like we got told about it, but
in generations.
Yeah.
His father
yeah. They used to have like this famous waiter that would roast you and shit, but he passed away by the time I started going, but it's been around for like 50 years. Like, yeah. And when you walk in the front door, you're in the kitchen and it's like a bunch of people staring at you like hella mad, like cooking food. And the waiter's like, go upstairs. And it's like, that's what they do for every customer that walks in. You walk into a busy ass kitchen.
You know
like,
it's about to smack.
Yeah. And they know it's about to smack. Their rice noodle rolls, those shits were crazy.
Rice noodle rolls.
Like beef wrapped in rice paper type, not or like
They're
a rice
like
noodle.
rolls.
Something like that. Yeah, but there was a Chinese spot or whatever. But yeah, bring your own beer, you get fucked up over there. It's like,
I'm thinking about that pho spot we went to yesterday.
Right.
Was that? No, that was the day before.
Oh, the day before yesterday?
that shit was hitting.
Oh, because you know what? I ate the leftovers today, so that made me think that
Yeah,
it
shit
was...
busting.
Bro, I never go home with pho leftovers.
Was it
Me
as
neither.
good as it was the first time?
Oh.
That broth hold up.
All right,
Yeah.
It did. Flavor-wise, it did. It just was
Wasn't
such a small
enough.
portion.
Yeah, well,
I
it's
feel
I was like
good.
angry after, like, I'm still hungry.
Didn't have nothing on Pho Saigon, but alright.
No.
You still
It
gotta
was better
try.
than Pho Saigon.
Yes.
What? You need to come with us.
We
You
eat
just need to try it. You
It
need to
was
try
like
it.
dangerously better.
Yeah, you come with us.
Damn,
We'll
that's
take you.
crazy.
Take me.
Hey, this one has like awards and
When I
shit.
get
They got
somebody
like
rich, I'll have
It had a
Michelin
whole
names.
wall of
But
just
y'all saying
straight
it's a
awards.
small portion.
It is. Ooh,
No, the
that-
leftovers was a small
Okay.
portion.
Leftovers.
Oh, because you ate it.
Yeah.
Hella the first. Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
When I get
Orange
somebody rich, I'm
County.
gonna take you to Disneyland.
Orange County got some fun. That's what
You
they
ever been?
said.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I never
We
been.
can go.
Orange County's like going to like deep San Ho, like where the Vietnamese cats be at, and with all the Vietnamese shopping centers.
Heard.
That's
It's
where
like
like we
next to
were at
Disneyland.
in
Yeah.
Orange County, and
It
there's
was
some.
Drew that told us about the spot.
I read about that shit.
We were in so many
He's like,
lines.
I heard
We
it's
had
the
no
number one
food.
rated spot.
Hey, bro, I've been researching, bro.
I'm so happy that we
I've
ended
been
up going
waiting
to
for that
something.
moment.
Yeah.
Hey, some good fun. That shit will change your whole day for real.
Nah, type shit. What was you saying? We was waiting in lines all day? We was waiting
Yeah,
in
and
lines
I was
all
hearing like,
day.
because it was a new moon in Cancer, so I was hearing like air signs, and like it was either air signs, like fire signs had a really good time, but like water signs and earth signs had a hard time. And like I feel like,
Aquarius is the air sign, right?
yeah, so you had a great time.
Oh,
You
shit.
even though we're in long
I was
ass
loving it.
Fun, bro.
Y'all okay?
Yeah,
I
so
was
you came,
loving
you had
it.
some
you
fun.
cut your hair, like you know, you guys
Right.
had a good time during that
Yeah.
time. I'm sitting here like, damn, long ass lines,
I
waiting,
feel it.
mad
Bruh,
crazy
there
shit.
was so many. There was like what 4 authentic food. What was it? All Japanese food or?
Yeah,
It was like 4
it was
authentic
called
ones.
Taste of Japan.
Yeah, and the lines were so long, and we couldn't even taste Japan.
We're all at like
Yeah.
a market or something. Like
Yeah, it was like
It was
a
a food
market. Like I wanted to take
festival.
Anu out like before I
It
went
was-
home. So
It was like insanely packed.
Was it the night market, like the OC night market, or like?
no, it was like a
626?
day market.
wasn't on
It
that
was
level.
day, and it was like insanely packed. Like it was like claustrophobic,
Yeah,
completely over
Huh.
over capacity.
very much.
They
Yeah.
had like thousands of people and like they had 10 vendors type shit. So it was
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
an hour for everything.
Everything was an
They
hour
ran out of
waiting in
shit.
one line. It was sold out.
Feed the people.
Yeah.
Feed
Yeah.
the people.
Let's
So
get
then
more
we
vendors
went to
outside.
Cheesecake where Tiara had her TikTok famous
Interaction.
moment,
It was
TikTok
mad funny.
interaction, and then we got
Hilarious.
the pho, which was busting.
Yeah, I'm happy we ended up getting pho.
No, that pho made up for everything.
It did.
Fun.
It was good.
A good bowl of fuck and make up for.
No, that shit made
A
up for
lot.
We
everything.
gotta go to
I feel
Vietnam.
it.
So I wanted to get into everyone's favorite moment from the Bay. And we've been to the Bay.
Yeah, we've been once.
Participate.
Yeah. We've been twice. I've been once.
I got hella moments.
Right.
Okay. So let's start with you.
Me? My favorite moment?
Yeah, favorite moment.
It's easier for them to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm from
Because y'all been there
there.
like twice. So
Yeah.
it's like, for me, it's like looking back on my whole life. I'm like, what's my favorite moment?
I had 2 favorite moments. The first one was when we went to the temple to eat. That was a really good moment. I really liked that.
That sounds dope.
And another moment was like, okay, 3 favorite moments. Another good funny moment that I had was like I was reading someone's it was like a drag queen. I was reading their astrology on New Year's Eve, and like we just really connected, and it was really cool. And then like during the same time, like Anu disappears with like mad guys somewhere, and I'm like looking at Rachel, and Rachel's like, he's just doing his thing. And I'm just like,
I already told Rachel
like-
what I was supposed to do, and I did.
yeah, I'm like, what is
You
my
knew
partner
that?
doing
Yeah.
right
Oh, okay,
now?
all right,
Yeah.
you straight.
Fucking goes away with all these guys shooting. I don't even.
Yeah.
Shooting fireworks.
Shooting fireworks.
Shooting fireworks.
That shit was lit, son.
That
I
was
was
like
like,
another
oh,
funny moment.
I was
Yeah, I
like,
feel
and the
it.
babe was some bathing, and I'm like, yeah, this is like a very authentic moment, bro. It was
Bay
like,
cats
to have
love
that.
fireworks.
it was like,
it
it was like a cake with the culture and spirit of the Bay, and I had like a nice slice.
I feel it.
Yeah.
Nah, I took Tori to the
wow,
Bay
I'm
one.
good,
I took
okay.
Tori to the Bay once or just once, right? Yeah, and like she got a pretty good dose of it just by having a few nights of
Yeah.
going out in San Francisco and
Mhm.
shit. Like, yeah, like the Bay's the Bay. Like you're there and you know.
That shit was
Yeah.
dope.
She got to hear the Pack like in the club out there. She grew up listening to the Pack, even though she was from Boston. So she was like, "Damn, I heard the Pack in the Bay." Like, it's crazy. I thought that was tight. You know?
Is it like a group?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Lil B's group, but he started
shit.
with. Yeah, that's
Okay.
right. It's like
Oh,
early
okay.
2000s
I didn't know he started a
music.
group called The Pack.
Yeah.
Shout out
listen
Lil
You
B.
probably heard the song, Got My Vans On, but they look
Look
like
like
sneakers. You never heard that shit? You might not.
I think I
just 'cause-
might have heard that one.
This probably wasn't a hit in the East Coast, but I feel it.
Mm-hmm.
What was your third moment?
I said that was the third one.
Oh, you said.
As I was giving the drag queen
Oh.
like a tarot
Oh,
reading.
so that was.
And
two
then at the
moments
same
too.
time, I'm like, is my partner right now shooting fireworks with some random people? She's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, well.
Yeah, one of my
She's like,
favorite
that's the
moments.
culture or whatever. It was just like,
One of my favorite moments
Okay.
was that.
I
That,
feel
that
Really?
was one of my favorite
describe the
moments for
moment because like that's like I look around,
sure.
you're
Yeah,
gone.
I'm just chilling.
Wait, what city were you in? Oh,
He's in Oakland.
okay,
We was in
yeah.
Oakland, some random crib with some Oakland people, cool ass people.
No doubt.
Mhm.
We was there just chilling, and then one of the guys like, "Yo, we're gonna shoot fireworks. Like, you wanna come?" I was like, "Yeah, okay." Damn, I forgot exactly how it went. I think I was like, cause I was under the, I didn't know if they were gonna come back or not, or something like that. I don't really remember because it was so long ago. But anyway, I went with them. It was lit. I told Rachel, I'm like, yo, I'm about to go shoot some fireworks. She's like, all right, do you? You good? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. All right. I'm like, all right.
Rachel gave me that confidence. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
So I
You
skedaddled.
were safe with them.
Yeah. I skedaddled. We was like zooming, bro. Like insane. Just like, it was
Nah,
like
bro.
turning Need
Hey,
for Speed real
hey,
quick.
hella fools in the
I see
Bay
some
could
of
drive
them.
like a motherfucker, bro. Like, for
Nah,
real.
it was like,
Hey, drive.
in that, but we was,
Hey,
it was
you
like
need-
real like Mario Kart.
Hey, you don't need a whip, but you kind of need a whip in the Bay. But like, people love to drive in the Bay and like practice fucking drifting, all kind of shit like that.
They was up in the hills. I think that's
Oh,
what
yeah,
they
we was
had
up in
went.
the hills.
They
I've
had
crashed
went
off of a
there.
hill in the Bay.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
scary. No.
You ever heard of Niles Canyon or no?
Niles? Mm-mm.
Yeah, yeah. It's just a canyon from Dublin to Niles in Fremont, and fucking yeah, you can crash off of it.
Wow. Like
Yeah.
you went through it or
I went 65 feet down to the Toyota Highlander.
65
Damn.
feet
You're
down.
here today.
You have
I'm here
nightmares about
today.
that shit?
I was only 19 or something at the time,
That's
so I was
scary.
just starting to like really just go out and party and shit. I was smoking a blunt, listening to Kanye West Graduation and shit, and fucking.
Shout out Kanye.
He was
Oh,
doing
yeah.
that song "Good Morning" about waking up from a car crash.
You crashed
and I
to that
crashed my
shit?
shit. Yeah, and I crashed to that shit.
That song like,
Yeah.
good morning.
Every time I hear that song, that's the only thing I can think about. Of course, you know what I mean. Like
That's a
it's
scary
crazy.
song to crash to, bro.
It's type shit.
Because
Nope.
it's so not that vibe. It's just
Yeah,
like,
but it was also like a good thing in a way because we tumbled down the hill and we didn't get hurt. We got stuck on a tree,
Oh, shout
65
out that
feet
tree.
down, but we didn't flip. And then we just climbed up like 65 feet, and then we got poison oak for like 5 months almost. From that shit. Yeah, there's hella poison oak the whole way up, and we got that shit full body, everything. 5 months. Me and
There's
my
no
one homie.
cure?
There's no cure. There's no cure. There's no cure.
there's no cure.
There's no cure.
Don't crash
messed
out
up,
on
bro.
Niles.
It was
That's
like
so
it was
messed
like basically like a higher power was like, yo, you got away with that, but this
But
is
you
your
still gonna feel it.
reminder.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Don't
slow
take that
down.
for granted.
Yeah,
like,
slow down on them curves.
here's some full body poison oak to
So you don't
forget
forget.
and learn that lesson. Yeah, exactly. So you don't forget. Yeah. But yeah, people love to drive. People crash off hills. Like there's other cars down there where I crashed, like from the 70s and shit. Like for like a fucking old Pontiac Firebird, like with a skeleton inside type shit. Like not for real, but you know what I mean. Like
Yo, I bet y'all all
Yeah.
got the same poison oak.
Probably. Yeah. That shit was nasty, Poison Oak. But yeah, people love
you
to
felt
drive.
like this, like woo, like that.
People love to drive. Having bars and rolling blunts and having bars and driving a car is like extremely coveted. Like, you know what I'm saying, motherfucker? Like, it's like a sign of respect.
It's
like,
part of the culture.
if somebody say you got bars, like it's like that's like having clout or some shit. You feel me? Like, it feels hella good and shit. Motherfucker be like, yeah, I got bars, motherfucker. But if you don't got bars, people also let you know. You know what I mean? Like,
clown you.
they'll clown you for sure. Yeah.
They're not happening in your car.
It's a results based culture. Like, you gotta actually have bars to get.
That reminds me when we went to Nino's party.
You know what I'm saying?
And Jay gave Nino's, I don't know if it was his brother or whatever. Shout out Nino. Gave Nino's brother the fucking thing that he rolled, the joint that he rolled. That nigga from the base, so that nigga was clowning his joint while he's smoking this shit.
Yeah, don't hit it though.
Yo, Jay was tight. He was like, yo, why you talking about shit about my shit? He's still smoking it.
No, I
He was
feel
so
it.
mad.
No,
It made me think of that.
when I grew up, bro, everybody, bro, at a big ass party, bro, like they'll ask, like, yo, who rolled this shit, bro? Like, this shit whack. You know what I mean? Like,
But they'll
Real
still hit.
talk.
They'll still hit it though.
oh, facts, hell yeah, you still get it.
That nigga was so mad, bro.
Oh,
Yo,
yeah.
Jay, if you watching this, that shit was funny as hell, bro.
Yeah.
Jay might not
Back
got
in the
bars.
day, we used to like get high grade weed and roll it tight, like super tight. And if it hit for hella long, like 4 heads on it, you know what I mean? One time somebody gave me props. I remember I was like, I first pulled up to their house, started
You
kicking it
wouldn't
with them.
forget that, huh?
Yeah, I rolled the tightest fucking blunt. Shit burned for like 20, 30 minutes. And this
Wow.
fool was
Is that
just
like
like,
record
this
time?
fool was just like, damn, this fool got hella bars. And I was just like, yo, bro, like, I got bars, motherfucker.
mad
Like,
funny,
don't
bro.
forget
Rite of
that.
passage.
You know what I'm
said
saying?
I feel like I was
after
there.
that. He said he went from hecka to hella.
No, that's a fact.
hella
That's a fact.
Drew
That's a
rolls the most
fact.
masculine ass blunts. Like,
Nah, I like smoking Drew's blunts, bro.
I feel it.
I don't know if that's a pause moment or not, but that shit's fire.
Maybe.
No, that shit fire, no cap.
Yeah, I like always take a hit from
Like
it.
I hit it, and then like a couple minutes, like I feel a little lightheaded a little
Yeah.
bit. I kind of like it a little bit. Like a
Yeah,
little-
people will fight over who gets to roll in the bay for sure.
For real?
It's just like, nah, bro, I got the best bars, bro. Like, cause you all throw 5 on the blunt, like you want it to last as long as you can. Like, you know what I mean? So, you know, people would
You know,
argue
stretch it out.
like, who's gonna roll this shit? Like, nah, I'm
Bro,
about
back-
to roll it. My
back
shit
in
be lasting
508
way longer.
In
You know what I mean?
508, we had no blunt culture.
Mhm.
Niggas was buying fucking
I
Dutches.
used to get regs.
We used to get grape Dutches.
I used to spend
right.
And
$5
just roll them
in little
motherfuckers
regs.
up.
It's about
And
the evolution. It happens.
Yeah,
Everyone goes
facts.
through it.
The Bay
True.
is closer to the source of weed. Humboldt County, we grow weed in the Bay too.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, it's just like a very weed heavy place in a way. Partying in general, drinking too, everything. You know, people like to let loose for sure and smoke that too. Yeah.
Is it like one of those places that you have to like leave to elevate more? Or you can elevate?
Not necessarily, but more and more, yes.
more.
Yeah.
more.
Just because the way it's changing so much, like you got to get out of there. to
Yeah.
make it
I kind of feel like that's for everyone, like just in life.
Yeah. You want to go.
I'm saying?
Leave where you're from.
Yeah.
Like aside of like where you're from, like leaving where you're from always helps you elevate because you surround yourself with different energies and different perspectives, which is super important. You know,
Right.
I
Like
feel
it depends what you're into. Like if you're in the
Yeah,
Bay and you're
part.
trying to start like a vegan company or some shit, you might just want to stay. But if you're trying to do certain things, you definitely need to get out. Like,
It's becoming like soccer mom white. Like
what do you think?
I wouldn't describe it as.
It's a lot of young people that make money, but they're in the tech industry and shit, and like they're not from there. They don't care about the past. They don't care about the existing culture at all.
It's
yeah,
a place of transition. There's a
transition.
lot happening.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
have you
Yeah.
heard of like People's Program? Have you heard of that at all?
People's Program? No,
yeah,
not yet.
they're like a program out there that kind of just tries to like sustain like culture in the community and
That's
like
tight.
you know like help like feed people and like just like I feel just help the community. They came out
That's
here
tight.
and recently did like a viewing of their documentary. What's the documentary? I forgot what y'all documentary is called, but basically yeah, it talks about like migration to the Bay Area and like about like why different people and like different cultures were built there and mostly how like a lot of the culture is built on like southern hospitality and stuff because a lot of people from the south are like found their way to Oakland.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Pow.
That's a
And,
fact. Yeah.
Like, I feel like to a degree there's like very like small groups that are trying to sustain that history and like trying to just teach it to people, and they were a good example of that. If y'all wanna look into
That's what's
People's
up.
Program.
People's program.
People's Program.
What would you say was your favorite
I'ma check it
out in the Bay, Rachel?
My favorite moment?
Yeah, moment you won't forget. Any
Or
age.
experience?
Ooh, okay, I gotta. Can I give like 3?
Yeah, as
Yeah.
many as you
Okay.
want. Take the floor.
Okay.
You only get 3.
I gotta. I only get 3.
That's deep.
Right. Well, they're more like eras. One of my favorite places to be, and like memories that like I'll always visit and have the same like nostalgic moment is the Albany Bulb. It's like a dog beach area, and they have a bunch of like. It's this like little like outlet that's like a trail, and I used to ride my bike through there with my dad, take the dogs and whatnot, and I take people there all the time when I go visit. I've moved back a couple times, like back and forth from LA, and so I've taken time to be there like on the daily and stuff. But they have like pieces of cement from a part of one of the bridges that collapsed like mad years ago. Yeah, and so it's really cool to see like that history, and then people have done art with those pieces of cement, and like there's all these like just weird like sculptures and stuff from trash. And so the Albany Bulb is definitely a place I always like to go back to, bring my dogs off leash, vibe and whatnot. Great place to be. Another memory I have, one time I was in high school. I went to Oakland Tech my freshman year, and I barely went there. And I used to go to Berkeley all the time, just doing a bunch of acid with my friends. I was like 14. We used to go to like People's Park and just sit there and like talk to the homeless people. We used to vibe.
I did that too.
Really?
Yeah. And so
I did that too.
one time me and the
You
loud.
guys used to both talk to homeless people.
Yeah, that's normal shit.
Yeah, it's a vibe.
Well, like about what? Like just their life story? Or?
I'll put it to you like this: no matter where you're from, you're gonna take BART. You're gonna end up kicking it in Berkeley or San Francisco in a random park because you're fucking a high schooler. You ain't got shit to do. You're gonna end up talking to hella homeless people.
Yeah.
And they're gonna put you up on all kind of shit for real.
This particular time, my friend Nick, my freshman year, he got into a conversation with this guy about DMT. And this guy's like, oh, I can get some, and so we end up like walking around a little bit. He's like, oh, my friend, yada yada. I remember his name, but he gonna be back soon. He got this kind of hat on. Just come back and look for him. So he walked around Berkeley for a little bit, walked around the Cal campus and whatnot. Came back, found the guy with the hat. He sold us this little container of the stuff that looked like sugar. We were like 14, we've done a couple things at that point in time, but he's described like, this is DMT. This is what it looks like. This is what it feels like. This is what you're gonna experience. We sat there for hours talking about it, and so. And then Nick pays like $50. He buys the stuff. We go on a little walk. We're like 14 at the time, and we go on a little walk and everything. I think my best friend and I depart from them, and we I forget how we did it. I think we just ate it. We just ate it, and we're like, why does this taste like sugar? And the guy ended up selling us like this vial of
sugar.
It wasn't my money, but he just sold us sugar.
Yeah.
Basically, he made his money.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And my best friend and I, we ended up we didn't want to go back to school, but we ended up sitting on like one of the side streets over by the McDonald's on Telegraph with like McDonald's like water cups, and we were just messing up the little trails that ants were making. We're like sitting behind an RV. And we're like 14 at the time, and years later, like she passed a couple years ago, but by like 3 years after that, we would still joke about it, like, oh, one day we're gonna wake up on the side of the sidewalk and this was all a DMT trip. Like we were just
That's
crack
so
jokes.
wild.
So that was one of my favorite memories, just like getting like played at like 14. Like we needed the lesson. It was hilarious.
I'm happy you didn't say a DMT. You're so young.
I definitely want to try it now.
Yeah.
But
I do want to try DMT.
Yeah.
Isn't it just like a 10-minute, but seems like 10 hours
yeah,
type
it's very
thing?
short.
Right. Yeah, that's what I heard too.
Yeah.
10, 15 minutes.
DMT.
So would like to wake up on the
Ayahuasca has DMT in it.
sidewalk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I think of one more. Sorry if I'm talking hella.
No, go ahead.
That's what we're here for. To talk.
I just like days by the lake. Any memory
I
at the
feel
lake.
that, yeah.
Like walking at night, afternoons when everyone's barbecuing, when everybody could barbecue, when you could actually park and post up and just chill. Now you can't do
parking.
that. You can't even do that anymore.
Really?
It's crazy.
Nah.
Yeah, they like cone it off. Like, at least last time I was there, I don't know if they still doing that, but it just isn't the same. Like, it used to be packed. Like, but any day at the lake was just always a good time, even if it was hard.
Lake Merritt.
Yeah.
If you didn't know.
What's the name of the lake?
Lake Merritt.
Lake Merritt.
Lake Merritt.
Merritt.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
Merritt?
took you there.
Yeah.
We had the oxtail from the Liberian truck.
Oh,
I took you there. Yeah.
look.
Yeah.
Okay, those are some dope moments.
Yeah.
No.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah. Thank you for asking.
So, what about you, Drew?
It said favorite moment in the Bay. So that's basically my whole life. Let me think. Let's see here. My favorite moment of all moments. I'll give you like a very Bay Area type night. For like a typical, like hella people might have done the same shit type shit, but like this is a long time ago. But yeah, basically fuck it. This one time I went on BART to meet somebody. They wanted to get something off of me. So I went on BART and I met them up at a bar. They got it, but they fucking kept lagging. And I missed the last BART train home, and I was in San Francisco. I missed it by like 5 minutes. Like we were sprinting to the fucking station, me and my homie, to get back. So basically when that happens, if you live like off the train hella far away, like I was like an hour and a half away on the train. So you have to wait until like 5 o'clock in the morning when the trains start up again. They don't run 24/7.
Wow.
So basically we go all around the city on foot. We just keep walking and walking. We end up in front of this random coffee shop at like 4:30 in the morning, and I see Dave Chappelle smoking a cigarette. And I'm like looking at my homie, I'm like, yo, is this Dave Chappelle? And he's like, yeah, that's Dave Chappelle, bro, like for real. And then we were just staring at him, and that fool looked hella sketched out, like who are these fucking sleepless fools? And then earlier in the night, we actually hopped on a bus to get around. And like there was this one fool fresh out of county jail, all the way in his jumpsuit, and he was just all up in our grill talking about like, yo, let's go to the strip club, bro. Let's go get some strippers and shit. We were like, nah, bro, we good. And he's like, nah, bro, come on, we need to get out. He's like, I'm fresh out. I need to get some. Like, let's go to the strip club, y'all. And I'm like, we're just like, nah, bro. And he was just on our grill. We got off the bus. We ended up like in the Tenderloin, which is the worst place to be. And we walk around the city, run into Dave Chappelle, walk back to BART, go home. But like, I don't know.
Dave Chappelle was in the Tenderloin area?
No, we ended up in the Tenderloin after we got off the bus, but then we walked around and then we ran into Dave Chappelle in like a normal type of neighborhood, like just a coffee shop.
Hi.
Nah. We were on some other shit. Like we were just mugged them and then we dipped. I don't know why.
Y'all was all
Yeah, type shit. It'd been a long night already, so we're like, this can't be. It was Dave Chappelle,
it's too weird,
but he was just looking at us like strange, like he wasn't fucking with us type shit. Like, yeah, we both had hoodies on and backpacks, and like, it's not always the best like vibe. You feel me? Because we were just staring at him and shit. You know what I mean?
What did your parents say when you came home at 5 a.m?
They didn't even really know. Yeah,
Damn.
yeah. They slept upstairs. They just didn't know.
My parents
Yeah,
knew
the
every
whole
time I
adventure.
came home late.
Yeah, I feel
Every
it.
time I ever came home late, my dad would just be awake. He would just be in the living room,
I feel
TV
it.
on.
Yeah,
I go up the stairs, I see the back of his head.
yeah.
He be like, it's 3 in the morning. I'm like,
Damn.
sorry.
I can't wait for you guys to meet Anu's parents whenever they come.
Bruh,
Yeah.
my parents said that they're gonna come out here to visit. I gotta pay.
That's dope.
Cause I told them I was gonna visit them in Florida,
Mhm.
so I'm gonna do that. But after that, they're gonna come out here.
That's
They've never been
tight.
out here.
Yeah,
They gotta come check it
Yeah,
out.
this is LA has something for everybody.
I feel that. Yeah.
You know, that's something for everybody. It's funny. My mom was telling me when I was on the phone with her, she was like, your father was talking to me. He was saying like we should just look at some houses, like just to look in LA. I was like,
Okay.
what?
Yeah, I know, right?
Because they just got a crib in Florida.
I feel it.
So
It's probably boring as fuck.
Maybe
out
they're not
there.
feeling
I'm
it.
not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
I mean,
for
think
them.
of it. You moved all the way out there, like,
And you have
away
no
from your family, no family at all.
And you're their only kid.
and they've been doing it for a while already. So maybe they're just like, we'll see. They got at least.
They
been
probably
so far,
miss
just
you
come
and
see
shit.
it. But I could see them out in like like out in like the valley or Van Nuys or like
Mm-hmm.
not
Yeah,
in the city, just
yeah.
like
Just
because they
in
like their little
space.
suburban.
Yeah,
you
they
know?
need like a suburban area with like their
Mhm.
own space.
Yeah,
Mm.
type shit.
They're island parents.
Yeah, your mom tried to come out here. Let's go with that. She came here that first time. She was like, "Oh,
Ma was here with me for 2 months. Ma, remember that?
thought she was
Everyone
gonna
met
go
Ma. It
Yeah.
was interesting.
Man, my
Beautiful Gemini.
Ma. I was born and raised by that woman. Just me, her, and Jay. Mad funny.
how did you meet her, Rachel? I'm trying to think.
I think I just came over one day
Yeah.
and we were just kicking it. I
Oh.
think
She came over our house.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, y'all were just
And
like,
then she went
editing
over Tori's
stuff.
house a couple of times.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and I think we all went out like to like
Well, not mad time. She was
Tori
here for a
was
long time.
DJing at like this electric type music spot, I think.
mm-hmm.
Was
I
it?
think she
was
came
it
with
that
us.
time?
Yep.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Jay was there.
Oh.
It might have been like after we did the event.
She also came with us when we looked at like spot. Remember we looked at a spot to do like oxytocin. Remember that? And,
Spot
like,
to look?
We looked on the street. We looked on Fairfax
Yeah.
for that spot. She came. She was there that day.
Oh, with Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We know.
Got that.
I know the day.
Yeah.
She's a real one.
Nah,
Yeah.
she's
She's like, we
very.
know.
She has a lot of honor. She's very like, this is how it is. She just says
Feel
she
it.
says it how it is, and she don't have no filter.
I feel it. I feel it.
I wonder how she is now though. Like, as she got older, she just turned 48.
Hey,
Yeah.
shout out.
Yeah. Shout out
what's
Ma.
Gemini living
She
her
watched
life.
it this long.
You think your
She
mom would
watched
ever
every
move out here?
podcast. Yes. What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, she would. She's been dying to move out here. I just can't handle that responsibility right now.
Responsibility.
It's expensive out
So you
here.
have to
It's
be
a lot.
It
Like
is.
for one person.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like
Oh,
a
yeah.
family.
A whole
Yeah.
family.
Yeah.
If I had a big ass house, like definitely, like she can live with me and shit.
Like,
but I
how
gotta be
big of a
big
house?
big ass house,
Like how big of a house? Like how many bedrooms?
like 6
Right,
bedrooms.
like you trying to go in on the house?
Yeah, like we in different parts of the house, and I haven't seen you for a couple days.
Oh, it's that big type house.
Yeah, I'm trying to
That's
have
a
a house
big
that
ass
big.
house.
Mhm.
I
I'm
feel
trying to
it.
live with people. D like I think it's cool.
You're talking about
Live
like
with
the
people.
commune type vibe.
Yeah, but like I own the commune.
Oh, yeah. Oh, she want to be the boss.
I know the people living with me,
Right.
but I would be an Airbnb host
Mhm.
and like have people over and shit.
That's
I would
where
do that
I'm
shit.
at Kind of right now, like my home.
That shit's cool.
Be hosting people, meeting a lot of different characters. Yeah.
Mhm.
I've
That's
been,
a
I've
good
been
part of
thinking a
life.
lot about the idea of a creator house. You know the content creator houses?
Mhm.
Mm.
Mhm.
I think those are cool. I've
Let
been
me
thinking
know.
a lot about that lately. Might
Some
have
real
to-
LA shit for real. But
yeah, but like
on
with
some
people
real
I
shit.
know, because I
Yeah.
know hella content creators.
No, yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
type shit. I think that shit would be dope.
I gotta have a
Definitely.
dishwasher. I gotta have a balcony.
I gotta experience that type
And I
of
gotta
lifestyle
have
once
2
at
rooms.
least.
Out of that spot.
Oh, D. That's hella realistic.
I gotta have
Well,
a
you
parking
said you
spot,
said a dishwasher and a balcony.
dishwalker,
A dishwalker.
Walk the dishes.
A
Any
balcony.
dishes that walk.
a parking spot,
Yeah,
and
a
2
leash, a
rooms.
harness.
2 rooms.
2 rooms.
Okay.
Yeah, hell
What's
yeah.
that?
What the hell?
It's
What's-
so doable.
Very.
Oh, D.
Yeah.
So what are the rooms for?
One room will sleep in, then one room will just like have shit in the back. Maybe a creator type of room, like we sew and shit. Have our clothes there. It's like it looks cool. hmm
Okay, that's dope.
Yeah, my cat's gotta come.
Oh, of course.
That's a must.
Hell
That's
yeah.
a must.
Yeah.
I love that I have animals, but I'm kind of like, damn, like what if I want to travel? I'm like, who would
You can
have
still travel.
You
them?
build community. If you have a home like that, there's people who watch.
They
your
could watch
cats.
them. They could trust
Mhm.
to watch them. No, my sister would. I would live with my sister again.
Mm.
Hell yeah, that'd be mad fun.
Yeah, you think Jay would ever live out here?
I don't know. Maybe. If opportunity presents itself, it's good money out
Hey,
here.
Jaylene,
Like for
you
work, it's
watching this?
expensive.
Come on now.
I
I'm
live with my
talking about
sister
it.
again.
It's in the works.
hmm That's mad funny.
That's mad funny. Now would be a good time to do some plugins. HealingWithDivinity.com.
Oh,
huh?
we're plugging in.
Plugging in.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, 32 gigawatts. HealingWithDivinity.com.
HealingWithDivinity.com is taking a little break for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Just a little bit. You know, Divinity's going to school.
Oh, okay.
I ain't gonna talk
That's what's
that
up.
much deep, but Divinity's
It's
going
all
to
good.
school.
Get your education, girl.
Because I got people watching, and I'm excited to go to school. I'm gonna learn about plants, and I'm just taking a little break. I'm trying to think how I'm gonna put it on my website though, because I really enjoy like making the teas by hand and like doing everything by hand. I'm not gonna be able to do it, so I have to like put it on hold for a little bit. I gotta figure that out.
How do you think you'll rework like the way you structure things once you have like
More knowledge.
thousands of orders?
I'm gonna have to hire a person to help me that I trust. We're gonna have to do that together.
Okay.
It gotta be a fixed sign.
Damn, you know exactly.
I'll pay you good, Rachel. We'll help each other out.
Yeah, gosh.
I'm trying to convince Rachel to do shrooms.
Oh,
Come on, Rachel.
Like grow. Grow. Yeah.
She has the
Do shrooms.
what's it called?
the stuff.
The stuff.
The stuffs.
I'm gonna say the stuff though.
Yeah.
She has the stuff.
Yeah. I need a new home. So
Your
Help-
next one,
help
manifest
me.
that. How would he help you?
yeah,
Yeah, that'd be fun. The stuffs.
the stuffs.
The things.
Yes.
The things that make the things.
Right.
That's dope. Love that. HealingDivinity.com. Y'all got any plugins? Plug it in.
Shit.
Time.
Maroon Studios on Instagram. Come check it out. Cop some clothes if you're in LA. Make an appointment. Shop all kinds of different clothes. Check it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
What plugins we got, Rachel? What we plugging in tonight?
This Sunday I'll be at the Lexington live painting for a BET Spotlight Sundays event.
Ooh.
You know, catch the point. Be there from like 3 until late. Be there all night. All of that. Catch
Dope.
a vibe.
What is that?
There's like comedy, live performances.
When is that? Friday?
Sunday.
Sunday?
Yeah.
Oh, have fun.
Yeah, BET weekend.
BT weekend.
Yes. So,
That
all
sounds
that.
like really fun.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
Someone just reached out to me, like, yeah, that's how it's been happening recently. I've just been like, I want to paint, and people just find me,
Yeah.
and like, I'm really grateful for the opportunities. I just recently got to paint at a fashion show the other day. Shout out to Peace Unique, love that. It was really great opportunity,
Yeah.
and just new community. So definitely, I like live painting out of everything. I'll just set out my little prints, so I'll make my money while I do that. Then at the end, we auctioned off the piece and, you know, split that how we split it, because they got
was great.
some of the
That's cool.
materials for it.
Mhm.
So I
That's
really
tight.
appreciated that.
It sold
yeah.
though. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
sold. That's
I
fucking
like that
cool.
a lot. I definitely want to do more of that.
That's
So,
fire.
That's
yeah,
really cool,
good
Rachel.
point.
Love that. I feel like you took a little break from like doing art for a while, and then you found it
I
again.
had to.
Once you put the easel up, you feel like it helped.
Yeah.
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 You need to get rid
I
of
really
some
had to
shit.
put the easel up. Yeah.
Feel
I had
that.
to nurture my heart, my art, all of that. Yeah.
Your art.
Yeah. It took like a cool 7 months to just not.
Really?
Yeah. It was a minute of just not creating from like a.
Is that your favorite way to create art? Is paint?
It has become that. It used to just be pen and like ink, and it was just black and white, real boring. Then I fell in love with colors, and they all mean things now. So
Love that.
Yeah.
For you.
definitely my language right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. That's so
Love
fun.
that.
Thank you.
We need to see more painted clothes for real and shoes.
Yeah, I have to get more
could sell.
utilities. I have to create more utilities, like things people can use, things with purpose. I want to feel like things have
Love
purpose.
that.
Yeah. I've been writing a little bit more though. Like
Yeah.
got to do some things for, you know, I Love You Too.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Transitioning to that.
oh, transitioning to that.
Spoke his love
Take
language.
The floor.
Yes.
Oh, dude. My love language, AF. I Love You Too, man. Dropping super soon. Shout out IO. Shout out everyone involved. I got the final master to I Love You Too probably like 4-ish days ago. So it is sonically complete. Now we're working on the visual aesthetics for the tape. And yeah, shout out everyone involved, and shout out what Rachel had involved with the tape as well. And you know, I'm excited for our energies to come together and you know, put out something dope for the
You guys
people,
made
man.
up some beautiful things together.
For real. I'm excited to put a lot more love out into the world.
Yeah.
Make sure you check I Love You right here. I'm not even gonna pick it up. Make sure you check out I Love You, man, out on SoundCloud.
Are we gonna have another? We have to have another one when I Love You Too comes out.
Yeah, when we have I
gotta
Love You
another
Too,
frame.
OD.
You'll have 2 of them.
I'm gonna bring both of them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to bring in something to hang it up. But I Love You Too dropping soon. I Love You is out on SoundCloud and YouTube. We just dropped the music video for I Think I'm Going Insane, which I think is the first song on the deluxe of I Love You.
No, it's right there. It's the first one on the regular too.
Oh yeah, the regular. Well, yeah, the deluxe. But
That's
yeah,
the deluxe.
yeah. Yeah. So it was super fire. Make sure you check that out on our channel. I Think I'm Going Insane. it's a dope video. It was fun. Shout out Honeymoon. Honeymoon, shout out
Honeymoon.
for us.
Honeymoon got to be
Shout
on
out.
here next.
Yeah, and I got into my acting bag a little bit. T was yelling at me. We had this elevator scene.
For real?
She was like, "Scream! Act like you're
I feel
going
like
crazy!"
he was like holding himself back. I'm like, don't hold yourself back.
Like, watch the video. You'll see. You'll see what I'm talking
like,
about.
Yelling at him like, yo,
I'm like
louder.
screaming into the camera, and she's like, "Scream harder!" I'm like,
I felt yourself holding yourself back.
It was
Happy
mad
for
fun.
you.
It was mad fun. But yeah, I Love You Too dropping soon, man. And yeah, thanks everybody for watching and being in tune with the vibe, the energy. I know there's someone out there who learned something new about.
Yeah, did you guys learn something about the
Yeah,
Bay?
did y'all learn something from the Bay?
Food doesn't
I learned
slap.
a lot.
Food
Food does not
Oh
slap.
yeah.
At least learn that.
At least if you take away anything from Soul Talk Podcast episode 6,
I
is
feel
that
it.
food schmacks,
Correct.
music slaps. You heard it here first.
And music connects us all.
Music
That's a
connects
fact.
us all.
Music
Yeah.
connects us all. That's so beautiful.
That's the
Love
truth.
that one.
Yes. Soul Talk Podcast episode 6. Bye. Yeah, sorry, Ski.
Yes, sir.
Double R ski.
Can cut that up. You know what I'm saying?
Good shit, though.
Good shit.
Hopefully, good shit.
It's the first time I ate like during it.
Yeah, I feel like it was all in the mic.
When did that shit even get killed?
Yeah.